Hello, welcome back. So I'm Audrey, and today we're going to do a practice of restorative yoga, guided meditation, pranayama, and mantra chanting. You're welcome to join from a chair, a bed, a couch, a floor. You can do whatever you want as long as you find some ease and comfort. We are going to focus on some belly breathing. So maybe a position where you can breathe and find some expansion in the chest and the belly area. And I can look in many different ways. So you can be lying down on your back, on the side, any side. Wouldn't do on the belly today. See? You may stay seated. If you are seated, maybe elevating the feet and the legs with a pillow or anything else on top of another couch, another chair, something like that. If you have a tendency to get cold, which is very, very normal in restorative, as we are slowing down the body, then do bring a blanket or your favorite MBS hoodie, whatever, a pet, whatever. What else? You may also elevate the hands and the arms by bringing a pillow or bolster on top of, on your lap so that you can really release the tension in your shoulders. You could also just hug it if that brings some level of safety. What else? Yeah, good starts. Oh, yes, coming back. If you are lying down, you may also bring a bolster or pillows or a wool blanket underneath your knees and your feet, if that brings more comfort to you. And of course, any support for your head and your neck. As much as possible, find some alignment between your head, neck, and spine. And when you're ready, you may close the eyes or find a soft gaze, maybe away from the screen. But taking your time to find a shape that allows you to find some rest, some ease and comfort. And as I said, that may look like you're still moving, still fidgeting. That's absolutely fine. There is no issue with that whatsoever. What we're aiming for is a sense of inner stillness and in rest. Starting to feel the support of your seat, the points of contact with the surface that you're on, whether that's the bed, the floor, the chair. And ultimately of the earth, taking in that support. So there for you in this present moment and always. So letting your body soften as much as possible into that support. Maybe noticing if there's any parts of your body that are still gripping, still holding. And aiming to find some softness and some ease in those areas without judgment. I know for me, I do this a lot. I grip, I hold, I tense, mostly because of my chronic pain. You won't find me judging there. No, at all. But sometimes someone telling you that it's okay, someone telling you as a reminder that you may soften the bones, the muscles, the nerves, the connective tissues, the blood vessels, all the organs, everything that makes up our bodies. At the moment, we just seeing what is going on with our body, maybe in terms of the sensations or the breath. What's the experience in our minds? Are you still here with us, or has your mind wandered to what's happened before, to what's happening after? That's okay. Simply noticing what's happening without, again, any judgment, but rather with as much compassion as you can muster in this moment with yourself. And if you are struggling with bringing compassion for yourself, then please be assured I'm sending a lot of compassion towards you. If you need to move at any point because the body needs it, or you need more space because it's starting to relax, then please do so. We're still in the beginning of the practice, so we're still, trying to arrive where our body is and letting the experience happen. And if your body is asking you for some water, then have some water. If your body is asking you for warmth, then grab that blanket. Your body is asking you to move a little, then move a little. That's also how we bring compassion to ourselves, is to listen to what our body needs, which is hard sometimes, isn't it? But that's part of the practice. We're still noticing what's happening. In our body, in our minds. And maybe aiming to soften what we can soften. Whether that's muscles or something in your mind. And today we're going to do a practice of building and reconnecting to a feeling of awareness in the body and the mind. And to do so, we're going to use pranayama, so breath practices, and humming and chanting. So to start, when you're ready, bring your attention onto your lower abdomen. If that's accessible to you, then bring your one hand or two hands on top of the belly. And start to become aware of the experience that's happening in your belly as you breathe. So maybe it's rising when you inhale, and it's falling as you exhale. We're not trying to change anything or influence the breath in any way. We're simply noticing what's happening. As you inhale and as you exhale, noticing the qualities of the breath, the movement you feel as you inhale, the movement you may feel during the pause, if there is any pause, and the movement you feel as you exhale. Maybe noticing the pace of your breathing, how deep the breath feels, any quality that you may notice of the breath. Trying to bring all your awareness into your belly and the experience of breathing. So let's do this for a few breaths as you become aware of the movement or any experience happening in that part of the body, and the experience of breathing. With your next inhale, actively expand your belly, your abdomen, and let it completely fill up. With the exhale, release, empty the belly, let go. So inhale, expanding the belly, all the sides of that part of the body, the right side, the left side. All of this is completely full with breath. And on the exhale, release, empty, 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 empty. That brings up some feelings of anxiety, then come back to your normal breath. It is a practice of awareness, so do notice what's happening, what's your experience with it. Then with your next exhale, when you're ready, I invite you to bring the sound ah as you exhale. So exhale, let the body release, and ah. Let's do this a few more times. Just on the exhale, bringing the sound ah. I'll do this a couple of times and then please follow your own pace. So big inhale, as big as possible for you, letting the belly fill up. And on the exhale, releasing. Ah. If you have your hands on your belly, then notice maybe the vibrations that it's creating. Inhale, ah. Do this a few more times on your own. Nobody can hear you, so go ahead with the sound if that feels supportive. Feel free to stop at any point. It's your practice, so feel free to use the time as you see fit. Let's continue for 3 more breaths together. So inhale and exhale the sound ah. Continue for 2 more breaths. And then let's have a short pause. May release the hands if you like. And then resting your attention onto the rib cage or the chest area. You may place one or both hands on maybe on the sides or on top. So just above your belly button, basically. If you need, bring some support for the arms, the elbows. That helps you. Just make sure you feel comfortable. And notice what's happening with the breath, with your attention, your awareness in that part of the body. Is there any movement? Any tension? Any expansion? What's the quality of your breathing? Is it fast, slow, deep or shallow? And again, without any judgment as much as possible. Simply noticing what's happening here. And bringing all your awareness to this part of your body. As you inhale, expand the rib cage, all sides of the chest area. Noticing the movement as you inhale and as you exhale. And on the next exhale, we're going to bring the sound ooh. So with your next inhale, just make sure you bringing as much oxygen as you can, nurturing yourself and all your cells. And on the exhale, chant the sound ooh. Inhale, expands, fill up. And exhale. Ooh. Don't worry too much about, if you're doing this right or whatever. Yeah, there's very little you can do wrong here, to be fair. Just do what you can with the breathing and the chanting. And do what really brings you ease and comfort. If you move away from that, then adjust. Maybe have a pose, maybe some movements, things like that. So let's do a few rounds with the song Ooh. So big inhale, filling up. And exhale, Ooh. Follow your own pace for a few rounds. When you've done a few rounds, you can have a pause and feel the experience, notice what's happening again. One last breath with on Ooh. Oh. And when you complete, have a pause, release the hands, and bringing your awareness to your body, feeling what's happening, noticing. When you're ready, placing the attention on the upper chest, you may place the hands so it's just below your collarbone. Again, can be one hand, two hands, no hands. And becoming aware of what's happening in this area as you continue to breathe. Any feelings rising up, any feeling some space, tension, or is it neutral? What is the experience? What are you becoming aware of? As you inhale and as you exhale in this part of the body, in the upper chest. And this time we're going to chant, mm. You're not really even opening your mouth. You're going to feel some vibration around the lips and your upper chest. Maybe. You can tell me your experience after. So let's start with an inhale, expanding, finding some space in the chest. And as you exhale, chanting, mm. Kind of similar to like some bees buzzing around. So follow your own pace, as always. Inhale, expanding. And exhale, release with a more rounds on your own. With your full awareness onto the sensations around that part of the body, maybe on the lips, and the experience of your breath. Your mind wanders, bring it back to the and the breath. Let's do the last one all together. Inhale, expand, finding some space, rising the chest. And exhale. And you may release the hands. Maybe you like one on your chest and one on the belly to continue this experience of connecting directly with the body and the breath. Or you may release them on the sides, any other part of your body that's calling for some attention. And releasing any influence on the breath, coming back to your normal breathing. Maybe noticing any difference from the beginning of the practice to now, while keeping the awareness on your breath and the body. If the mind wanders, bring it back gently, back to focusing on your body and your breath. Noticing again the experience of being here right now in community, practicing together. And we're going to finish with some small movements. So any movement that feels good to you right now, maybe opening the chest and the arms as if, you're taking flight, and bringing those arms towards yourself, giving yourself a big hug. And then with the next inhale, opening that again. And bringing the other arm on top. I can't remember which one was mine, so it doesn't matter. And giving yourself a hug, maybe adding a little sway. And then releasing this. Perhaps some side bends. We've been still for a while, so just bringing back some gentle movement into the spine. Any areas of your body that needs to move right now. Listen, focus your awareness and respond if you may. Or you can just stay still if that's what your body is asking of you. Maybe a little twiggle. Maybe petting your pet. That sounds good as well. Having a big yawn. A big stretch. Good. Yeah. Stuff. Continue for 3 more breaths together in movement or in stillness, whichever is most supportive to you right now. And when you feel complete, bringing your attention to heart center, you may place the hands on top of each other or in Anjali Mudra, which is fingertips and heels of the palms touching and the thumbs against the heart. Gesture of as an offering of gratitude for ourselves for showing up today, acknowledging the effort that it took, for showing up as we are, with all the pain, the fatigue, the anxiety, anything that exists in our body, but with the acknowledgement that joy, happiness, compassion, love, fun also exist in our bodies. An offering of gratitude for this community, for being a place where we can show up as ourselves in the way that we wish to. And gratitude to all the people, all the animals, all our loved ones that support us every single day so that we could show up for practice. Gratitude for the sacred practices of yoga indigenous to South Asia and all our teachers' teachers that have protected these practices throughout millennia so that we can still benefit from them today. Gratitude for the land, for Mother Earth, for continuing to hold us and support us no matter what. And the indigenous spirits of this land and all those hoping for access to their sovereign land. You may wish to dedicate this practice to someone you love, a being, a group of beings, a cause, a land, so that we can share the merit of this practice. And to seal this intention, I will offer a blessing of metta, loving kindness. You may join or listen. May all beings everywhere and with no limits, including ourselves, be happy, well, safe, free from harm and suffering. May all beings be at ease, at peace. May all beings be free and liberated. Stay here if you'd like to practice more, if you have the time and the space to do so. Otherwise, bringing some gentle movement back into the body. Flicking the eyes open, welcoming back the light, coming back into your space, and taking your time to do so. And coming back to one another. And huge gratitude to all of you for practicing with me today. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you soon.